Hey, welcome back. And we are not in a dungeon, which is kind of where I thought I would be. I was kind of hoping I would be in a dungeon for this episode, but I am not. We have had a few complications with the dungeon group that I will explain. But first, let's figure out what we're doing here. We're in Theramore. We do have a quest to do stuff along here, as well as a couple of low-level ones. We don't have a real juicy quest location to choose from like we have in the past. There's no Thousand Needles, there's no Stranglethorn Vale. So we might be bouncing between a few different places, maybe. Either way, as you can see, we did hit level 38 after the last episode. I flew around, did all the turn-ins, this and that, blah blah blah. And yes, we're 38, got all of our skills. No item upgrades from the quest turn-in, so that I remember at least. And now we are killing tortoises, apparently. After here, I mean, we can go back to Desolus. I saw Badlands has a couple of quests as well. Not a big fan of Badlands, for the big reason being there's no flight path there. So if I do go there, I want it to be the only time I go there. I've been there once. Once was enough. Now that I think about it, I'm probably going to have to go there again when I need to go to... where is it? Searing Gorge? Yes, get into Searing Gorge through there. Maybe there's a better way for Alliance. Maybe you're supposed to go through Red Ridge. That would make a lot of sense. Yes, so our dungeon group. We have the illustrious Wazza, who has died a couple of times, but had informed me he would be of a high enough level to attend Library and Arms tonight. Scarlet Monastery. He is, of course, level 32 right now. The final boss is level 40. He's telling me it'd be fine. I'm not buying that. An 8 level gap? No, thank you. Our next person, the famous Job Watson, who has been the consistent power behind all of our dungeon runs. Job Watson has been... Job Watson could probably solo most of the stuff we've been doing. And he has decided he's going to focus on his ult in Wrath of the Lich King. He's not going to be playing much hardcore anymore. So we may have also have seen the end of Job Watson. Big rip there. Job was a strong force in our groups. Nully, of course, who was a mage that was partying with us early on and died. Well, Nully, you're still in the 20s. He's still looking for a Shadowfang Keep group. I think it's been like 2 weeks I've been seeing him post. Does anyone want to do a Shadowfang Keep? Nully, if you're watching this, it's been 2 weeks. You should have gone past Shadowfang Keep by now, even if you never get to do it. Just keep leveling, buddy. Who else we got? We have Safe, Hunter, who's been with us a couple of times. He has also decided that he wants to make a Death Knight in Wrath of the Lich King out of nowhere. So he is also... I don't think he's really playing hardcore anymore. So the team's dropping like flies at the moment. It's not looking good. However, we do have a couple of fellas that have been ahead of us since the start. Oh, of course, I can't forget Hoktar. Hoktar's still around, though I think I've passed him in levels as well now. He's been doing some IRL stuff and was potentially could have come tonight, but then he's something's going on. He wouldn't be able to play. Apparently he's not going to be able to play for about a week or so. So I think that covers everyone that's run a dungeon with us. If it doesn't, I apologize if I've forgotten you. But like I was about to say, there's a group of players that have been playing from the start that I know, and they've always been higher than us. They started before we did, and we've kind of kept steadily along leveling at roughly the same pace as them, but we've always been in a lower bracket, so we've never been doing the same dungeons. And I've reached out to these gentlemen, these mercenaries. I've tried to strike a deal with them, see if I can obtain their services for some assistance in a Scarlet Monastery clear. And they have tentatively agreed at this stage. And if that happens, it will be happening tomorrow night, so excited for that. And if I want to keep doing dungeons, I'm either going to have to pug, or I'm going to have to keep leveling and keep up with, or maybe catch up to them, because they're all sort of low to mid 40s, whereas I'm high 30s. If I put a fair bit of time in, I could definitely do that. Time is one thing that I'm a little bit of a shortage on time at the moment. Between real life commitments, planning for Ice Crown Citadel. Thankfully, I've got all of my loot list stuff down. That took me 2 days. It's 2 days where I couldn't play this. I am watching my health. It is at the 20% margin that I do not like. Let's use a shitty potion. Come on, land a hit. Yes, did not like that. Is any of this meat? Alright, so he's been dropping food. Let's kill one more. And then we'll stop and have a proper feed. Some food and a drink. Let's put Judgment of Crusader on this time. Even though I think I proved last time that it didn't actually help us. Not sure on that one. But yes, we may have a 5-man group tomorrow night. Now, there is a catch with one of these members. One of these members is Wazza. Let's have a look at him. Where is Zero Risk Wazza? So Zero Risk Wazza is now level 33. Is he going to be able to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Is he going to get 5 levels in the next 24 hours, considering he is fully employed? That's a big I don't think so from me, Wazza. I don't think you're going to be able to do that. Now, if you want to prove me wrong, quite happy for you to do that. I just think there is no way you're getting 5 levels tonight, because that's the only time you're going to be doing it, unless you have a day off work tomorrow. In fact, let's ask him. Wazza, are you working tomorrow? Let's see what he says. Back here, turtle. Yeah, so he is working tomorrow. How on earth did you think you'd be able to get high enough level in time while working? I'm asking the big questions. Doesn't make sense. His answer is, because I'm going to. Well, you have until tomorrow night to get to 38. Good luck. Even 38 is... Honestly, 38's too low for a DPS in Cathedral. Last boss is 42. You'd want to at least be 39 to be able to do damage. Wazza's telling me he doesn't need luck. Well, we will see, Wazza. In the meantime, though, we are going to attempt to get another level under our belts. We don't want to out-level Scarlet Monastery, but I also... You know, we're not in much danger of doing that, let's be honest. Even if I get to like 42, I'm sure that's still fine for library. And then that will also open up the potential to do Razorfen Downs. which, as it turns out, apparently the last boss of Razorfen Downs is lower than the last boss of Cathedral. So these level suggestions here, not quite accurate apparently. That'll be the play, and that's what these other guys have been up to. The mercenaries that I'm trying to hire, the Scarlet Monastery. They're up to Razorfen Downs and beyond. Don't know about Uldaman. That is, I just remember if you want to have the first half of Uldaman mean anything, then it meant you weren't high enough level to do the second half, and if you wanted to do the second half, every single thing in the first half was going to be grey, because the last boss was just that much higher level than everything else in the zone. I kind of want to go in and get this quest. I don't know if this is even a spot where I can get in. Looks like it might be. No, we're not finishing collecting all the turtle stuff. Oh, that's a bit steep. It's looking a bit steep. This looks a little bit more friendly for climbing. Or maybe? It's very close. Yeah, so I did actually have this quest a while ago and I dropped it. Because I thought, we'll never have to come back here again. Or at least come out this far. But we're back. And we're collecting eyes of some kind. I'm sure we'll find out when we get there. And we'll drag you with us. While not picking up any more crocodiles along the way. I wonder why they call them crocolisks and not crocodiles in the game. Is it like a copyright thing? Okay. Oh, boom. See you later. Alrighty. Let's grab this quest, let some of our health and mana regen.
Eye juice is good juice for drinking. Too bad most critters only have 2 eyes, but spiders have lots of eyes.
They're over
lots
there.
and lots. And dark mist eye juice
Head that
is
way.
tasty, smooth and salty. Unpopped spider eyes, I taste them already. Dark mist spiders are west of here, in the dark mist cavern. You figure the spiders are named after the cave, or is it the other way around?
I feel like I remember this quest, Stinky's Escape. I feel like I remember it being an escort mission that had a very... okay. Looks like we're not going to be rushing through here, and we're going to be taking our time, because there are stealth mobs that are jumping us. We're getting a little bit low. And I'm not taking any chances. Even with that, we're still kind of taking a chance. There we go. Alrighty. So, stealth mobs, maybe we should just go back to the road and run along there. Maybe that is the best choice. Oh, that's another thing. I had a quest here. I think it was here. There was a little stop along the water somewhere. And there was a guard there. And that was just a question mark on my map. So, one of the times when I wasn't recording, I ran out there thinking, oh yeah, this will just be another boring little turn in. I'll get a little bit of XP from it. And I went out there, and the guard turned on me, and he spawned 2 other guards, so it was a 3v1. I started panicking a little bit. I'm like, oh, I was not expecting this. Anyway, I beat the crap out of him. He gave up early, said, oh, please don't hurt me, Negasister. And then his guards just pissed off, And then Jaina Proudmore and a bunch of important people came out of nowhere and thanked me for being such a cool sister. The Negasister. So yeah, I forgot about that one. That got me a
Great, finally something
big
that
chunk of
doesn't wanna
XP
eat me.
that I'd
I need
forgotten
help
about.
handling the critters around here, and you fit the mold, lady.
Escort
The cook Morgan
him.
Stern is researching
I'm
a
gonna
new
give this a
recipe,
crack.
and he sent me out here to gather bog bean leaves. guess
I
it was
feel
their
pretty
tasty.
confident.
Anyway, while looking for a bog bean plant, I got
Where have we
myself
got to go?
surrounded. Can you help me out of here? And
Normally
watch my
there's...
back
Oh, there
and
it is.
look
So
for
we
the
just
bog
got to go
bean?
back to the road. Still feel like I remember this
How are
being
you?
kind of tricky. A square. It's easier to see a square. As a pally, I feel pretty confident, even on these escort quests when they get a bit tricky. Help me out here. Worst comes to worst, I can always bubble. I can run off. I can, you know, I'm fine to fail the quest if he gets taken out. No biggie. Let's kill this guy as well. We know we're gonna pull him anyway. Might as well. Wonder how much damage this guy's doing. I wish I could see. Doesn't look like much. Barely anything, if I had to guess. Does he go across? Maybe this is not the quest I'm thinking of. The quest I'm thinking of, he took you out to like an island in the middle or something. Where a bunch of... He was like, what am I thinking of? Maybe it's a Horde only quest and this is the Alliance equivalent. Now looks... Oh no, this is... Alright, this is sounding more familiar. I was going to say, I remember him... Remember the NPC looking for something. And that is exactly what's happening now. Look for Bloodfen Screecher attacks. Oh, look out. Bloodfen Screecher attacks. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, so I think he's going to go up here somewhere. Although it says it finishes on the main road, but I don't remember it finishing on the main road. We'll see, though. Enough predictions out of me. Whatever comes, we'll smash it. And I might as well start fighting this crocodile early. While he's doing that, save us a bit of time. You just keep doing what you're doing, Stinky Ignatz. Let me take care of the beastie. Because you don't really help me too much anyway, when you do help. Best thing you can do is hold aggro on something. That's the best way you can help me. Geez, the finish line's just there. Is that it? Or does he go up here and then a bunch of things spawn and fight us? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, he is going away from the finish point. We didn't need to kill this raptor. At least I think. Nope, not here. You're definitely getting that crocodile. Guess he's not exactly advertising himself as a fighter. The dude doesn't even have weapons, so I guess it's understandable that he isn't really helping much. Can I focus him? Oh, I saw a green item. Okay, that's that doesn't really help having his name there. Kinda... Oh, that was it. How do I unfocus him now then? Is his name gonna remain there forever? Oh god. Maybe when I get far enough away, his name will disappear. I don't want his name there for the rest of the episode. Unfocus? Does that work? No. Defocus. Can I focus myself? I can. Okay, well. You know, I'm going to put him back on. Because then I can't really run away from myself. Or clear? No. Clear focus? You're welcome. Where's that? Turner's back there. That's all good. Let's swing south. See if we can get a few more. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll be a little bit tricky to come back up. If I go down here. Let's have a look. Also, I think that's the story I was telling before. I think it was down there. Oh, something is hitting me. It is a raptor in the ground. My favorite type of raptor. Hidden in the ground. You can't hit it, but it can hit you. At least it didn't follow us forever. We still have Stinky on our screen. What about a reload? Alright, sweet. Happy you're gone, Stinky, but I'll never forget you. Honestly, these are probably the quests we should be starting with. I guess the game expects you to be entering from the Barrens, which is why the lower level quests are there. No reason not to kill these spiders while we're here, though. I mean, yeah, maybe this quest is going to be better than expected. Although some of it's low level, at least it's consistent. I'm okay with this 2v1. 3v1 would be unpleasant. 2v1 I can deal with. Not going to be good for our health and mana though. Sometimes a better way, like that's a good example. I tried to split the uprights, go right through the middle, ended up pulling both. Sometimes the better way is just go straight for one, kill it, keep moving. So there's nothing else here though, so I am going to run around this crocodile. You guys heard of a game called The Isle? The Isle is famous for crocodile enemies, the Sarco, I think it is. It's like a very fun game. I haven't actually played it. I've seen heaps of it on YouTube though. Why am I putting this seal on? I'm not going to need it. These are all pretty low level. Hopefully fly through these spiders. Get this done quickly. Although, we do need 40 eyes. This guy looks like he's got at least 6 eyes. And he's given us 1. Hopefully we don't have to kill 40 spiders. That would beat our record of killing those 30 skeletons in the last episode. Do have a mine here. Which I am. Oh, 3 eyes off that. That's better. Is this guy in the... No, he's in the ground. Never mind. Is he going to keep us stuck in combat? Saying I was interested to see if there are any mining veins in here, and I can already see a gold one. Oh, someone else is already in here. I wonder if they're trying to get the gold vein. Let's face it, 50% of the people on this server are miners. So if that person comes through here, I'm not going to fight them for the gold vein. I do think they were here first. We'll go get the iron though. Oh, they do want it, I think. Do you need assistance? They look very keen to come in here. Yes, I do think so. Didn't thank me either. Well, let's let's see what happens with the next one. Maybe I won't be so generous next time. It's how you learn lessons in life. You be nice, you're mistreated, and you're never nice again. Getting a little bit low. Let's have this soothing turtle beast. Oh, look at you. Oh, you gave me a buff. Well, it's too little too late. No, you're absolutely fine. You are level 36. I'll give you a buff as well there. Return the favor. I shouldn't get like this. This is a recipe for karma getting me back. I just want to get the next vein. If I can get the next vein, then we're even. I think that's going to happen. Thanks to this patrol, this guy's probably going to catch up. Oh, we need some big hits. We need some big hits. The clock's ticking. Misses are not good. Maybe this person has decided it's a bit too dangerous in here, which is what I'm thinking right now. Oh, yeah, we're going to pull that. Oh, we haven't yet. Quickly. Oh, it's coming now. Looks like we've got one more tap left. I can see the next node over is Mithril, which we pretty sure we can't get that. Would be a safe bet. So we'll get this last tap and then we'll head out. We'll safely collect eyes. Oh wait. Oh, there it is. We'll safely collect eyes on the outside. What the hell? Is that a respawn? That was either a respawn or a patrol. Oh, 1 health. Not being very generous with their eye drops either. Keep getting more and more of these. Oh, are we tempted to try the solid chest? Nah, I'm getting a little bit nervous in here. Let's just go outside. Oh no, they're still kicking. Alright, that's... If she took off, that was making me feel a little bit like I should take off too, but if not... Let's get this chest. Oh wow, I am still holding all of my healing gear because I thought we were going to be doing a dungeon. That is going to make bag management very interesting. Although I guess we're doing really well for money. We don't really need all these like, oh, 4 silver, I could sell that. You know, I don't think we need to worry about that. Mana potion, healing pot, and nothing else we want. Oh, I actually can get the mithril. When did that happen? I'm not going to be able to pick it up though. Wow. I just saw how cheap it was as well, 14 silver for mithril. I thought that was going to actually be a valuable commodity. Apparently not. Apparently you can just buy your way to the top. What else can we get rid of? Oh yeah, turtle meat's pretty cheap. Oh, mat meat's really cheap as well. That's enough. Oh yeah, I didn't see that. This is what I picked up before. That might actually be better than the healing weapon that I picked up recently. I think the healing weapon that I picked up was 5 intellect and that's it. I would take a 4 intellect, 4 stamina one. Because surviving is also a very big part of healing. Especially in dungeons. Never just assume that you're going to be okay. Never assume tank's going to be perfect and that nothing's going to go wrong and there's not going to be some, AoE ability that might happen, a big pull where you will undoubtedly get aggro because there's just too much to tank. It's good to have things like stamina. And I'd take armor as well if I could. Just very rare to see good healing gear that isn't cloth at these levels at least. Alright, we are officially out of rested XP. It was great while it lasted. We're 31% into the level. We're doing well here, we're doing well. Now that we're 3 eyes, even better. Flying along. What's our weapon skill at? Weapon skill's always 186 of 190. Where'd you come from? A big eye on my health. Come on, get a hit in. Oh, good one. Inventory's full. What is it? Yeah, whatever. Let's eat. Oh, my bags are doing that thing again. I can't click on anything in my bags. How annoying. Oh well. I wonder why that keeps happening. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing sharpening stone. We'll let the spider killing continue. Been thinking about other games as well recently. I know I've mentioned it in an episode before. Got a couple of other games in mind that I wouldn't mind playing. Not as much as I'm playing Baldur's Gate and this. But just games that have been popping into my mind. It's probably the worst time to be thinking about this kind of stuff with Icecrown Citadel about to come out, but I don't know, I've been thinking about some variety. I was thinking I might do a post on YouTube where people can react to it and put a couple of game options up there and see what people select. Good chance for engagement with the audience as well. Probably get no responses on there, but you don't know till you try. So yeah, I won't reveal what games they are. I have might have mentioned one or two of them before. I think that'd be an interesting little experiment. You're going to kill yourself on my aura. Ooh, there's 3 eyes. We only need 5 more eyes. We are nearly done. God, I'm going to have to be so careful when we get back to town not to sell any of my healing gear. Ooh, what do we have here? That's not too valuable. About the same as the one-hander I have, except it doesn't have stamina. And if I ever use this, it will be because things are hitting me, so I might keep the one with stamina. You know what? I want to finish. I was going to say let's finish off with a double pull, but they seem like they really want to be a triple pull, and I do think we would be able to manage that. No, thank you. I'm not going to try that. Oh, one eye to go. Come on. Oh. No idea where that came from. Better start thinking about what are the next things that I'm going to be dropping. I'll keep this because I'll probably eat it next time I get low. That's not worth too much. That's worth even less. Raptor flesh, and probably not going to be killing any more raptors either, so it's a good one to get rid of. And they've given me one eye too many. What a surprise. I'm probably going to have to drop something else here. Whoops. Let's do that, and then we can do that. So this is a horde-only vendor. What is going on with the map as well? Surely going into this area would have unlocked something on the map. What have we missed? Whatever. My obsession with unlocking the map must end. Anyway, the reason I was thinking about that is because we've got a horde-only vendor up ahead. That leads me to believe there is a horde town, and I see some wooden fences over there, off in the distance. So we need to be careful. Oh yes, that is very obviously a wooden fence. And that has unlocked the entire chunk of the map. Fair enough, fair enough. And I want to turn right, just trying to run around this guy. Hopefully there aren't more stealth spiders around. Oh, question mark, ogres there. Yuck. Okay, so we're going to give this a wide berth. We're going to make sure there aren't any more question mark enemies nearby. That's going to be quite a distance away. 41 though. Probably shouldn't even be trying to... Oh, I mean, we're 38. If it really is 41, that should be doable. If it is just a quick loot quest. We've seen quests before that looked high level and got there and it ended up not being too bad. So we need to take a hard right-hand turn, while also trying our best to avoid these guys. Hungry. This is the ogre, I think. Solitary ogre. My first thoughts of this is that it was a quest that I didn't finish last time I had it. Mud, big ogre, me hungry, go bash fishy. Fishy where? Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe it was the travel I didn't want to do. We are in a situation where beggars can't be choosers, though, so maybe we will end up doing that when we go finish the other quest we did for the turtles. Right, I guess we just keep following the road. That should lead us to the other quests that are over here. Is this the Burnt Inn? Yes, I think it is. Where are the map unlocks, though? I feel like something in this area was a quest that led to something to do with a raid, maybe? Am I crazy? Am I misremembering? Alright, never fear, Negasister is here to solve whatever mystery's happening. Did that unlock anything on the map? No, it didn't. Seems like there's quite a few... Oh, there's someone else here. Where are the quests? Hoof prints. Apparently are right here. There they are. report to this in Theramore. Down there, okay. Then we have probably this little thing. Bring it to Theramore. And the shield. Let me guess, bring it to Theramore? What a guess. What a guess. Alright, so now the question is, let's have a look at this quest. What exactly is it?
Podzik's a great mechanic, I know that, but he's afraid to just load on the firepower and grab on for the ride. Not me, though. After Podzik finishes with a racer, I take a little time to put my own modifications on. You know, loosening up the controls, removing parts of the frame, and adding more juice. I ordered a Sephorium booster from Shreve at the Gizmorium in Gadgetson, but apparently the Zeppelin it was being sent on crashed in Dustwallow Marsh. I gotta have it, adventurer.
Alright, well I'll have a look. If it really is just one thing to loot in an area, maybe I can do that nice and quick. Not looking forward to going back to Thousand Needles for the turn-in though. Dream Dust in the swamp, that's not this swamp, is it? I think that's a swamp on the other continent. Would probably want to get both of those quests done before we head back to Thousand Needles. This is going to be a longer run than I thought. Guess there's not much to do about it though. Oh, guild chat's going crazy. We've just had about 20 people kicked. Oh, and one of them is someone I know. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Guessing they are people that have not been online recently. What's with these quitters? You can only go offline once you hit level 60. That's my plan, at least. I know it's going to get longer and longer between levels, harder and harder, etc, etc. But it would be nice to get to level 60. I'll be straight up. That's probably where I'm going to stop. I can't imagine myself playing much beyond level 60. Maybe get a dungeon set or something like that, something real basic, but I don't think there's any raiding in my future. I've already got enough on. Already run my own raid team, I don't need another one. Or can we bob and weave through these ads, through these monsters, these creatures, without getting aggro? I don't want to fight you, but I also don't want to keep getting more on me. Like that. Okay, so we'll let the croc reset. Okie dokie. Let's just do our best. This is actually quite a challenge. Challenge that we are losing. What is hitting me so hard? Okay, let's bandage. Was it the ooze? I know some of these oozes split in two at the end when they get low health. Right, I don't think it was the ooze. I think it was the raptor that was absolutely hammering us because the ooze isn't doing too much now. I'm going to be ready to stun though if I see a bar and it's about to split and spawn a new one. Cool. Well, that was a challenge I wasn't expecting. Let's eat our food. The rate that our health goes up is probably going to be the natural regen of our mana is probably going to keep up with that, to be honest. So we went a little bit off course trying to avoid those. So we've got to go down. Be funny if this trip was all for nothing and it ends up being too dangerous to do. I'm ready for my Mount Blizzard. Please let me get to level 40. I'll make stuff like this a lot easier. And we're going about the right angle. There's another slime. I think what was really getting me was the bleed that the raptor put on me. Yeah, look how much you're in. Oh, I mean, 190 is not that much. I guess it's enough in a short span of time, though. See more oozes, and we're going this way. Get away from the ooze. I don't want to fight you. Higher level than I want you to be. What's this? I can't remove it. Corrosive ooze. Damage dealt is reduced by 10. With a big slow swinger like me, that's not the worst thing to have. That was a... Oh, it stacks. That's a bit nastier. So now I'm reduced by 20. That would not be good if it was something fast hitting like a rogue. With that thing stacking up. Minus 20 on small fast hits, that's a lot. We don't want to fight any more oozes and have that not drop off. Apparently we're already at Beasel's Wreck, which is where we're trying to go. Still not seen any signs of why this is a level 41 quest. Maybe it's the oozes. Maybe it's the ooze. Get off my screen. What's that green one? So that's that. All right. So the green one's 41. I think it's just these oozes that are high level. That one is 39. We'll have a look here. Not going to push our luck, but strong box. Don't know if I'll even be able to find anyone that can open that. So I'm going to leave it there. Destiny is in this direction. Let's definitely take that 39, and in fact we probably should. Just in case it gets hairier up ahead. We want a clear exit. Nice, clean exit path. Then we can probably hop over and kill these on the way back, maybe? The old turtles? Gee, you're taking a while to kill. I don't know what this green effect is on me either. It's not giving me a debuff. Yeah, you wouldn't want to fight more than one of these. Not at our level, at least. Alright, there's the blimp. Keeping our eyes peeled for higher level enemies. There might be something inside. I think it's on the other side of this. That is only 38. That's fine. Well, turns out it's ended up being pretty simple. Something's flying above me. Oh, they're just birds. Alright, quest done. Is there an easy way to the coast from here? Let me up. That was a spider. 40. Yeah, I can take you. Let's just commit. This is probably the last land creature we'll have to kill before hitting the coast. And this is going quite well. Quite well indeed. And it is dead. It took 15% of my health. And I had a poison ticking, which I forgot to dispel. This coastline is not what I was expecting it to be. Not, yeah, this is, okay. Don't really want to fight these. Where are the turtles? It's telling me turtles are in this area. Doesn't look like this guy can go on land, so... Oh, here they are. Oh, these are higher level turtles than what we were fighting before. Let's see if we can cut across here. Famous last words. So they are high level, these threshers. But as long as they can't follow us onto land, we should be fine. Let's check out the drop rate on these high level turtles as well. See if they give us a forked mudrock tongue. Or is it some kind of snake turtle or something? Why has it got a forked tongue? So these are young threshers. I don't want to see what the adults are. Alright. Let's jump from island to island. My gut tells me there's an elite in here somewhere. Or a named thresher. No, we're not doing that. This guy's chasing us. Let's just take him out. While also trying to get on dry land, just in case. Looking like a clear swim over there, and we should be able to get on land there. I mean, it hasn't been the cleanest, but this is definitely quicker than what would have happened if we went by land. Inventory's full, that's fine. Oh, where did you come from? You're a little bit higher level than the last one. And my health isn't, Oh, there are more. There are more. Okay. We need to be a little bit smarter about this. It's not looking too good here. First of all, let's get a bubble off and bandage. I think we can do this. We'll have our stun in 25 seconds. Fight should last that long. I'm tempted to use Consecrate, but I think it's better if we save our mana for healing and dispelling. We can last 10 more seconds. I'll stun and get a couple of heals off. Oh, it even runs. Oh, down it goes. Alright. That gave me a fright. What's it holding on to? Nothing. Oh, that's 24 silver. It's better than anything I'm carrying. Where's something dodgy? Let's get rid of that. Hey, and let's heal ourselves properly. Did I not have might for that? That would have been helpful. Okay, let's really have a good look at the bottom of the water here, so that doesn't happen again. I did see another down there. There he is. Let's put a mark on you. I think there's... Oh, that's just a turtle. That's fine. Alright, looking like we can get to safety here. The rest of these are not as high level. I wonder why that one was so high. 41 in comparison to everything else. Well, I'm happy we made it safely across. Oh, how is this thing dodging us? Come on, look at it. And parrying. This is a Ninja Turtle. And a miss. 3 in a row. Finally, we land a hit on him at least. And he doesn't give us what we want. I'm in the mood for a big old... Oh, you know what? We should go to Theramore now because some of those quests that we have to turn in were all from the entrance, and they might have lead-on quests that come out here again. So let's go to Theramore. Jeez, how long are we into this? We're coming up probably over halfway. Even 75% is looking a little bit dodgy for a prediction for this episode. Yes, it's to be expected though. It's not the best leveling zone in comparison to some of the other ones that we've been to. Sooner or later, it's going to be half a level per episode, and then it's going to be a third of a level per episode. It's just the way it's going to be. It's unavoidable.
What can I do for you? Mr. Ignatz was just here with the bog bean leaves, and he told me you helped him out of some real trouble. Thank you, adventurer. I will ask my uncle to treat you to a feast the next time you visit the Blue Recluse in Stormwind.
Oh, it was 6 intellect. 4 intellect and 4 stamina versus 6. Yeah, we'll take the 6. The 4 and 4, sorry. Sell you, sell you. Sell you, because you're super cheap anyway, and we've got a bunch of you that we'll probably never use.
Hey there. Mr. Ignatz was just...
Thank you very much. Nice little chunk of XP there. And over here. They're going to be in this castle, aren't they? It's probably the dudes up the top, I'm guessing, the turn in here. Yep, I see that up arrow. Wait, is it the same guy for all 3? It is. Captain Garen Vimes. Getting Rick Grimes vibes off that. Doubt it is, though.
Greetings. For the Alliance. It's never good news when a guard's badge is brought to me. Sometimes it's a man or woman who's fallen in battle, and I'm left to bring the news to the grieving family. Other times, we never find out what happened to them, and other times it's even worse than that. I don't recognize the name of Lieutenant Paval Reith. Your best bet would be to check with Adjutant Tesorin. He keeps track of all the records for the Theramore Guard, from personnel to their equipment. He should be able to tell you who this Reith is with a quick check of his books. I'm no expert with the construction of arms and armor. Their use, yes, but not their making. This shield seems as ordinary as any, excepting the damage from the fire that engulfed the inn. I'm sorry I can't be of much help, adventurer, but I can refer you to someone who would be. Kaz Two-Sprocket, one of our best blacksmiths, works the forge at the smithy. Take the shield to him and see what he can tell you. Hoofprints, eh? It is true that there is an extraordinary amount of centaur activity in the lands near the Dustwallow Marsh. In brief excursions into the Barrens, we found their camps and holdings dotting the area. I'll send out Falgran Hastel, one of our trackers, to see if he can find where the tracks lead. Hello, adventurer. You'd like information about a specific member of the Theramore Guard? Reith, was it? Just give me a moment to find the right book. Redden, Redpath. Ah, here it is. Lieutenant Paval Reith joined the Theramore Guard along with most of the recruits that came across the sea with Lady Proudmoore. Enlisted with the Marines of Kul Tiras at the age of 16. Distinguished service.
Oh, he's sending me back.
Listed as missing. Missing? That would be Tesorin's kind way of saying traitor. No doubt he's one of those fools so blindly loyal to Admiral Dalen that he turned traitor. Isn't that a delicious irony? The deserters accuse us of betraying the Alliance. It has been a struggle maintaining a presence in the marsh, but through strength of our resolve, we have been able to maintain several defensive watchtowers throughout the area. The latest information and scouting reports I have received indicate that a group of deserters has squatted in our abandoned tower at Lost Point, southeast of the inn. The deserters' leader is a man named Jackin. See if you can get some information out of him. Be warned, adventurer. He may be a tough nut to crack.
Interesting piece of iron you have here. Definitely not made by any of the blacksmiths I know over on this side of the sea, and it's certainly not my work. Ah, I almost missed this.
Oh, that was it?
The strap on the back must
No
have
follow-up?
burned off, but it seems like it was made to fit a large person. I'd guess a Tauren, actually. That's about all I can tell you. Tell Captain Vimes I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help.
That's not much information to work on, but we'll have to keep it in mind. Hopefully some of the other pieces of this mystery will fall into place and paint a more helpful picture of what happened.
Yes, well. That's a long way to go. At minimum, obviously we'll go turn this in. We'll do that. And we'll see. We'll see how the time's going. If I go and hand this in or not. See how well the turtles play along with us if they don't give us those tongues or not. Yeah, all those turn-ins got us a little bit shy of 50% of a level. Definitely be worse. I wonder where the best spot is to hit these Murlocs. I feel like it would be here, but maybe the islands aren't too bad. Got to get ahead of Ma Smackdown here. Killing all our turtles. His name is Ma Smackdown, but he's a dude. Unless it means my Smackdown, is that what he's... Very intriguing. Give me your tongues, please. Oh, I like his pants. I bet they would look good on Negasister. Wonder where he got them from. Want to have a peek, but I don't want him to know I'm checking him out. Tank space is still not as good as it could be, that's for sure. Yeah, let's just keep going. Keep going, keep looking for turtles. Oh yeah, he's trying to grab two, isn't he? He doesn't want me to get any. I understand though. I'm in the same boat. I don't want him stealing any turtles off me either. Okay, Murloc 37, 36, 36. Oh no, he gave me a little love tap there to help. I think that's worth a blessing of might. What do you reckon, guys? And I'm stuck on a box. There you go. There's a blessing of might. What do we actually need? So we need heads off these guys. Why do I have a bad feeling about this quest? It takes forever to do or something. I think the last time I did this quest was release of Classic World of Warcraft, and I was up here on my Warlock, and this whole area was nothing but mages, and all those mages were doing was grabbing every single Murloc that spawned and grouping them up together and blizzarding them down, and it made getting tags and doing the quest very difficult. I do not anticipate that we will have the same problem today. Ma Smackdown has sent me a message. He said, watch out, there is a big elite shark in the water. It is massive and over-leveled. I don't know if it's right here, but I will take Ma Smackdown on his word, and I will be careful when going into the water. Just trying to grab a turtle or two. I can always bubble and swim back to shore if there is a big old shark. Oh, my health is low. I was not watching. Yeah, now it isn't. Where's this shark? I want to have a look. Seems too shallow here. I'm guessing if it does exist, it probably patrols the area. You gonna give me a head? Then I get bloody jaws swimming by, eat me in one hit. Creeping mold, can I remove it? Disease, yes I can. Oh, are you kidding? So is there just like a random chance to get slowed or something when I hit those? What is he watching me for? He must have got his last turtle. Let's go inland. Oh, no, I want to finish the turtles before leaving the coast. Are they just not spawning on the shore here anymore or something? Yeah, it's looking that way. Got a dead man over there. Grim Jaw. Maybe there's a few more turtles up this way. I'm gonna go up there to kill the Murlocs. Oh no. This is the same one we saw in the spider cave. Have you just cleared out all... Oh, I thought that was a turtle corpse. In saying that though, I don't see any turtles. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What do we need? We only need one more tongue. This could be it. Could be in luck here. Oh, hello. That thing just spawned right next to us. No tongue. That's unfortunate. Hopefully there's another turtle or two in the water that we haven't seen yet. Not looking... Oh, there is. There is, but this is definitely shark territory now. Let's take you closer to the shore. You know, when you have those Jaws movies, it's usually the half-naked attractive woman that's gone swimming at night. She's usually the one that gets eaten first. And although we're not quite half-naked, the rest of that, Negasister matches the bill. So let's not tempt fate. Is it just me, or does this turtle swim slower than I do? I feel like I keep having to stop to let him catch up so I can whack him. Oh, hell yeah, that's our last tongue. Let's head inland, try and get some head. Try and get some head up there. Do our turn in. Looking good, looking good. In before there is a frost mage farming the entire area. Maybe definitely isn't. This slow is definitely not a good thing when you're fighting an enemy that can run away when it gets low on health. I'm still trying to work out how this works. It kind of... Last time it seemed like it triggered when I hit the enemy. Anything up here? Cool. So we'll just keep pulling these back to safety. see how bad this head drop rate's going to be. Come along, Murloc. Single pulls, please. I'm liking the green level. This isn't a green quest though, is it? 36, I mean, it's close to green. Oh, that movement speed. Alright, we haven't got a single head yet. It's definitely looking like it might be a bit of a nasty drop rate. But it's not the worst thing in the world to be in one spot killing things over and over again. Ooh, this could be a real bad drop rate. I think that's a patrol, so let's mark that. And this one's looking like a patrol as well. Oh, no head. This is not looking like a good quest. How many do we think we've killed? Let's just say we've killed 5 so far. I think that's a safe estimate. Could be more, could be less. Actually, no, it's definitely not less than 5, but let's just say 5. If we get to 10 and we still haven't had a single head, I think that's a big sign that this is not a quest we should be doing. See if we can take out that X a little bit later as well. Unless maybe there are different Murlocs with different drop rates. Maybe the higher level ones have a high... Are you kidding me? He slowed me from a ranged judgment. Anyway, we got our first head. At least that's something. Can I pull you before X? Oh, yuck. Yucky poo. Just make sure we're not grabbing this other guy. You can go for a walk, I don't care. There's only spiders that way. I can take you out when you get back. Yeah, so this one does seem like it's a little bit... I was going to say it's a higher level, but I think that's just a bit of luck. Alrighty. That took a lot of mana and a lot of health for no reward. And we still can't click from our bags. Okay, at least we're killing them relatively quickly. Let's take out X this time around. Oh, we've got our quest turn in right there as well. Maybe we take out everything we can in this camp and then we go turn the quest in. We need 12 of them as well. 12 is a very big number when it takes 10 for one drop. Well, I'm sure as entertaining as I'm sure it is to hear me complaining constantly about drop rates, I probably shouldn't be. It's nice, good, consistent XP. Let's just keep the grind going. So, dear viewer, I would imagine that you are watching this, obviously. I would imagine you're not watching the Baldur's Gate stuff. And I wonder if that is because you are just a big World of Warcraft fan and you like hardcore WoW, or if it is that you just don't like Baldur's Gate. I think Baldur's Gate is a great game to play. It's really interesting. It's basically free content, just the way the characters... There's always a story being told. Yeah, get back here. I know that the way the videos are displayed could be better. I think there's a lot of stuff that I could be editing out, like when I run around and loot things, and a little bit of the exploration that takes quite a big chunk of the episode sometimes. I just feel like if I was to edit all of that stuff, it would just take me forever to get the episodes out. Here's our second head. And that's not something I want. I just want to keep playing the game, basically. Because I enjoy the game, I don't want the editing process to take up a big chunk of that time. Plus that my big aim is to get daily episodes out for both of these. If I'm doing a daily episode of WoW and a daily episode of Baldur's Gate, it's a bit of a challenge if we're adding a lot to the editing process. Let me get you... Cool. Games in the future, though, which may not be on a daily schedule, like I currently am on, I'd love to do a little bit more editing. I do enjoy editing videos when I have the time to do it. 3 out of 12, we are officially a quarter of the way. I am getting a phone call from someone who has sent me about 10 text messages while I'm doing this. I know it's nothing urgent either. This is a big cry for respond to me. I am talking to you, even though they know I am recording. That is our 4th head, which is 1/3 of the way. We went from 1/4 to 1/3. And now that texting is done, I've sent a very clear message that I am not available on the phone right now for casual chit-chat. And let's get back to our serenity, calm mind, calm body, calm soul, and collecting these heads. Where else would you rather be? Hope this doesn't have a follow-up and collect 10 more heads. That would be amazing. And I am getting a machine gun of texts. And believe me, dear viewer, it's nothing important. I've seen what the texts are about. It is nothing that needs to be addressed right now. This is a person that can't seem to take no for an answer on casual conversation. Anyway, let's put our phone away while this Murloc is running away and alerting the rest of the camp. I don't think so. Getting respawns. We should be able to just do a big loop around here, and by the time we finish, the respawn should be back up. Well, I'm very surprised that didn't run away. I have to keep an eye out for the patrolling Murloc as well, because those will be up soon, no doubt. Hey, there's our 5th head. Getting close to that 50% mark. That will re-energize me. There is our patrol, I believe. I think that's the patrol. I think we can kill this one in time before it arrives, though. I should have looked at what my XP was before I started this. I wonder if it's good passive XP. Well, not passive XP, you know what I mean, though. It's not exactly quest turn-ins, but it's constant flow of XP. I think we were at... I want to say we were at 48% when we arrived. Which doesn't sound that great since we're at 56. Done 8% from all these Murlocs we've been killing. Ah well, take what we can get. Like I was saying, like just looking at the map, it didn't look like there's a whole lot of hotspots for quests. Just where we're at right now. A little bit too low for 1 or 2 areas. I think that is a patrol. So we'll try and take that square out next. Is this a patrol as well? We have multiple patrols here. I didn't even... that square one, I don't think I noticed that last time. We don't have might. Let's put might back on. Our health is staying pretty good. We're always about 50% when we pull. And we're regenning enough mana after the pull to heal back up. If you are still watching this at this point, I think you're a saint for watching this riveting content. As entertaining as Paladin auto attacks already are, Paladin auto attacks for half an hour on the same enemy, probably even more entertaining. It's like a multiplicative factor of entertainment. Hopefully you're having a nice chill day, like I am. This is pretty chill. Not really having to use my brain here. No big panic moments like some of the other times we've gone and done quests. Oh, missing, hitting him in the back. Alright, I'm getting to that point again where I need a drop. I need a drop to revive my energy. Had my eye on this square for a while. I think it's got ahead. You've got ahead, don't you? Let me see it. Let me see your beautiful Murloc head. I didn't have one. But I was more worried about a double pull there, so I'm actually not too worried with this single pull. That could turn into a double pull unless we move out of this area. There we go. Thought that one was going to get away. See, what's this quest called? Hungry exclamation mark. I'm going to look this quest up. And let's see what the comments are. Oh, it is gone to... It is... I need to refine this search to World of Warcraft, because it's looking at restaurants and stuff like that. Can I single pull you? That was a silly question, because if the answer was no, I didn't have enough health and mana to deal with that, so I probably... Sorry, we're just getting a message. Alright, here we go. Hungry exclamation mark. Let's see what the comments say. Let's not use our mana. Let's eat some... I can't. Bag's not working. Okay. Oh, there is a small Murloc village north of the house where the guy asks you to find 40 spider eyes. The drop rate is 20% there. All other Murlocs in the region have an 8% drop rate. Small Murloc village north of the house. I mean, is this not it? Does he mean the... This is not a 20% drop rate. I can guarantee you that. And again, 20's 1 in 5. 1 in 5, 20... Yeah, we've killed more than 25 Murlocs, or it feels like it. Maybe it isn't. It's one of those things, you get stuck in a time warp on quests like this. Sometimes it feels worse than it actually is. I think this is going to be a double. But I'm okay with that. As long as it doesn't turn into a triple. Alrighty. Oh, I can't believe I got that off before it expired. And it is another double pull. Oh, we are absolutely smashing this guy. Kinda thought that was going to be a single. Oh, don't go away. Okay. Just accept my fate. There is our 6th head. We're at the halfway mark. Oh boy. This one quest is definitely going to make this episode longer than anticipated. I wonder if it is the case. I wonder if something in the water... Let's keep reading the comments, actually. Maybe there's something a little bit more specific than a village to the north. Oh, so the comments that I'm reading, I believe, these must be from a time before Questy existed. So all they... Wait, no. It's saying he wants fish. Now, what am I... Find the Myafin at 6120, drop heads every time. Hang on, let's kill this guy first. Oh. Right, he's going to kill himself when he comes back. 6120, 6120, 6120. So about here, this is 6120. Well, you know what? Anything's better than what we're doing right now. So let's go test it out. This island, according to user lot of time, he reckons this island here has a nearly guaranteed drop rate. I find that extremely hard to believe. Well, in fact, we've already killed something here and we didn't get a drop. They are different mobs though. If not 100%, at least it might be better than 1% of whatever we've been getting so far. Oh. Just as I started leaving, he casted that. And no head. Lot of time from Wowhead in the comments. You're a fibber. I do appreciate that we've found this iron deposit though. Looks like it's in a spot I might be able to get. Then again, it looks very close to that triple pool. Whoops. These guys love living on a sliver of health. It's looking very challenging to get single pulls here. Can confirm so far this is definitely no better than anything that we've tried so far. What's that turtle doing up there? Gonna save my judgment here in case it runs off. I'm smelling a double pull here. Ain't that? I mean, we got ahead. Got something. We won't have stun for this particular guy though. We gotta kill it. We can't let him run off and grab that group. There we go. Let's. Oh yeah, probably should have healed there. We can live for 18 seconds. I'll get a stun off on him, and 18 seconds is a long time now that I think about it. Oh, wow. Did some big damage there. No luck though. Let's start eating some food. This guy kind of looks like he would be with friends, but maybe he isn't. Maybe we kill that one and come back around here and start circling the island. Oh, boy am I happy that we started this quest. Let's put my weapon stone back on. And this is 100% going to be the last quest we do. I am now officially beyond the time that I wanted to be done by. But that's a little bit out of our control when you run into a quest like this, and I don't want to leave it half finished. So that means we're not going to be visiting Balos Jackin, at least not this episode. Maybe I'll, if I have 5 minutes later, maybe I'll run over there and see what he has to say for himself. Slowly making our way over to this iron deposit. Fingers crossed we can get... Ah, no, that guy is so close. It might be the angle making it look worse, but we don't want to risk anything too spicy here when we're trying to get off. Yeah, look, I reckon you'd get to there, he wouldn't pull, and then as soon as you do that first tink of trying to mine it, all three of them run at you. Looked in my crystal ball, I can see it happening. Yeah, so what's our next episode going to be? I don't think we're going to be in Scarlet Monastery next episode, but probably the episode after that. So what that'll mean is it will allow us to get to 39 before we go in there, which is probably a good thing. Oh, this could be dangerous. I can't drag him away. At least I can't drag him away consistently. And he's a little bit too close to this pack of 3 for my liking. A pack of 4, really. Getting my ass kicked here. I am not doing a lot of damage. Let's get a heal off. Was ahead though. Four to go. 66.6% of the way there. Whenever I hear complicated percentages, always makes me think of the Leroy Jenkins video. What a classic. It's so old, yet I feel like if I heard that video again today, I would still laugh. Can we bring you down here? Did a little bit more damage to me than I thought it would. I thought that would be a graceful slide. Then again, if he runs up that cliff, I wouldn't be able to chase him. Oh, we've got another head. Alright, so the claims of 100% drop rate are definitely inaccurate. However, it's probably better than where we came from. So that could be confirmation bias. You're gonna be too quick for me. Let's read the rest of the comments. I want to see some spicy comments. I want to see someone getting real upset. God, everyone was so calm back then. We're looking at 2011, 2014. Everyone's just giving helpful comments instead of getting angry. And by helpful, I mean inaccurate. Because everyone seems to think they know a spot where the drop rate is better. A small pond and camp was a marvelous place to be during this quest. Yeah, right, buddy. Sure, this pond was great for you. You might have got 2 in a row. And you thought that meant 100% drop rate. It doesn't. That's called luck. Yeah, oh, if I didn't get that hit, we were in a lot of trouble. Why am I tempting fate like this? This is a death waiting to happen. Oh. I'm really surprised that didn't pull when it walked closer. Oh, that as well could have been real nasty. God, if I had my long range paladin finishing magic, whatever the hell that thing's called, the hammer. Yeah, you get your ass down here. Three more heads. What a marathon. You're by yourself. Let's grab him before that one under the water spawns. It's probably coming up next now that that one's back up. Okay, we'll kill you, then that one will be up. Do you guys remember the turtles we were killing in Thousand Needles? I think I'm gonna start going a little bit crazy like I did at that time. Because this is getting a bit ridiculous. Oh, no head. Gosh. Alright. Guess you're next. Oh no, this, can I get this one? Yeah, that's far enough away. Don't run into the water, please. There we go. No head. It's going to be my new catchphrase. No head. No head again. Oh, no head from that one. Gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna dream of searching for heads and not finding them. Every man's fate. And we are on low health, low mana. Let's eat a fish after this one. No head. Okay, we've got to respawn there. Go grab him, and then he'll be next. Don't really need to plan this out, but I need to do something to stay sane. Like Mr. Anderson in The Matrix. Tell me where Zion is, Neo. I want to leave. I want to be free of this place. This stench. This stench, even my voice is going. I've been talking for too long. It's hit midnight and the magic's wearing off. It's a Cinderella reference. Surely this guy's got a head. There's no way he doesn't. How could we go 9 of 12 and stop? We gotta finish it, right? Oh boy. Oh boy. What am I doing with my life? The heads are driving me crazy. This is gonna be turtle situation number 2. I don't want... Whoa! Oh, it's two-hander, never mind. I was gonna say that's way better than my healing weapon. Alas, it's a two-hander. Worth the gold though, that's not bad. Please have a head. I'm begging you, Coast Runner. Come down here, please. Oh, we're taking this down pretty quick. Back here. Probably shouldn't have wasted that stun there. Because he ain't going anywhere. The only place he's going is back to me once he realizes he's got nowhere to escape to. Do the same with you as the last time. Let's bring you down. Ugh. Bring you down so that you can't run into that big group over there without running into another one myself. Ugh. Let's go. Please, please. I'm not going to do a montage for this one either. I did the montage for the turtles because I knew how crazy I was sounding. I'm not editing a montage in this time. Oh, we have done a full lap. This is our 3rd lap around. Not to mention all the ones we killed on the mainland. This is insane. This needs to be a quest that has another accompanying quest that goes along with it. Oh, finally we've got one. Another accompanying quest that is a 3-parter that sends you to kill a Murloc each time. That is the only way this drop rate would be acceptable. And imagine doing this with other people around, also trying to get the kills. Imagine how crazy you'd be going just trying to get a hit. I guess, look, alright. Everyone has the option to just peace out and not do the quest if they're not enjoying it, correct? And I could have done that. I could have just left. Could have been like, oh, this is obviously a low drop rate quest, and I'll go do something else, but I didn't. So as much as I want to complain about the quest, the only thing I can do is look in a mirror, and what do I see? I see my own reflection, my own mistakes of the past, my mistakes of accepting this quest, and not giving up on it earlier than I have. We're gonna get another respawn around here somewhere soon. Maybe that's it? Actually, these guys actually do hit me pretty hard. Oh, and he even heals, and I got him. My stun had just come off cooldown there. Oh, I can't believe I'm still here. I can't believe I'm still doing this. What time is it? This is going to be the longest episode ever. For one quest. Hopefully someone gets some enjoyment out of this. If you were just putting this on and going to sleep, you've probably been woken up by my mad ravings. Apologies for that, if that is the case. Now what can you do though, eh? What you gonna do? Murloc's driving me crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, one to go! One to go! We are nearly free! You're not gonna get that heal off. And you're gonna run, and just in case he takes a little dip to the left and pulls all those guys, I figured I'd better hunt him down. Who's next? Will you be the one? Will you save me from my fate? Will you release me, my Finn warrior? Will you let me do my quest turn-ins and leave this place? Please let me go. Please give me your head. No. Will you be the one, my Finn Coast Runner? Oh my god. What are we at anyway? 69%. So that's a lot of XP from just killing things one at a time. We are going to make 75%, but it's only because we've been here forever. And it's not going to be now either. It's probably going to be off air when I do the turn-ins. Oh, you annoying fishman. Go on, have your little swim. I'll be waiting here when you come back. You better have a head for delaying me. Oh, I saw white text. I saw white text and I got excited. This is looking pretty dangerous. This is looking like a double pull in the making. considering they are both ranged attackers. Perfect. If he didn't move there, we would have pulled right then when it shuffled forward. I am taking risks that I shouldn't be taking. That would have been quite spicy if that was a double pull. Because he can shoot me forever. I'm slow in the water. I wouldn't have been able to run away very effectively. Let's not get ourselves killed. I'm not going to be able to take you down either. And I'm not going to have a stun ready. Oh! He's going to get the heal off. There's nothing I can do about that. He's back to full health. Times like this is probably when I should be doing my mana judgment on an enemy. I don't think I even have it on my bars. I think I've got it on my healer's bar. I am going to use a little pot there just because I was getting scared with low health. Oh. Oh, it's the head. We're free. We're free. I don't know what this enchanted sea kelp is. Place upon the sea-worn altar if you dare. I don't know what that is. I'll take it. I'll take it and run. I'll investigate that later. But, oh no, I've got to go all the way there to turn in. I am not doing that today. I am going to run to Theramore and go to an inn and log off. This has been more than I bargained for. How the hell do I get back up? I know there is a path somewhere. I can see it on the minimap. Oh, so what an episode, eh? It's been a tricky one. It's been very long. Not a whole lot of achievements done. Achievements meaning milestones. Not a whole lot of quests done. I've been getting machine gun text messages throughout. Sure, everyone can relate to that one point or another. Trying to concentrate on something and people just trying to pull your attention away. Ooh, Penvro has died, level 19. Slain by Stone Splinter Bone Snapper. In Loch Madan, that must be one of the trogs. Oh, I've returned. Don't give me anything, just don't complicate my bags.
Tasty,
Moonsteel.
spider eyes, some eyes.
Talk to a blacksmith.
Eat those last. They keep you company.
Talk to a blacksmith. Hey, I'm a blacksmith. Can I make that?
Hello. You taste like chicken. Gooey,
Moonsteel. I don't think I can.
I have cutting to do. I can't tell you what I'm going to cut, but
I don't even really care about the quest rewards. I'm never coming back to you, sir. I'm never coming back to this part of the swamp again, even though I have to go over there later. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I've heard enough of you. Let's get to Theramore. Let's get to the inn. And let's live to see another day. Oh boy. Hey, have you guys been noticing the afterburners we've got? The 8% movement speed? That make a difference to the traveling we've had to do this episode? I know I totally forgot I had it. It's probably done nothing. Well, it's done something. It's done 8% more, but I'm not quite feeling it like I thought I would. What I need is I need someone else running next to me so that I can see that I'm moving slightly faster than them. Then I'll feel good about myself. And maybe that'll happen at the dungeon. Maybe I'll finally find someone that I can run slightly faster than. Oh, where's town? Where's town? We're nearly there. Nearly there. God. Even this feels like an eternity after everything we've gone through. But you know what? There's nothing exciting going to happen except for me running to an end, so we might as well say goodbye here. Hopefully next episode is a little bit less painful. Get a little bit more done. We will hit 39 next episode, which will be good. And then hopefully we'll be into a dungeon after that. So thanks for sticking with me all this time. If you're still here, I feel like if I was watching, I probably wouldn't. Now that we are here in safety, I wish you the best and see you next time.